these are my top 10 TV shows of 2018. These are going to be my top 10 favorite TV shows that are on the air right now or have been on the air within the last 16 months or so. Let's do this. I'm gonna start off with some honorable mentions. The first one I have here is The Good Place. This is such a clever, hilarious show. It starts off really weird. You don't know what the heck's going on, but you roll with it, and then it snowballs into something amazing. The Bold Type. I love this show. The second season aired this year. 3 fabulous women in their mid-20s kicking ass in New York City. It's amazing. The Man in the High Castle, which is an Amazon Prime original series that I've heard about but didn't know what the premise was. This takes place in an alternate reality where the Nazis won World War II and the United States is divided. From the Midwest to the East Coast is the greater Nazi area, and the West Coast is Japanese territory. It's just mind-boggling. It's really grim. The first 4 episodes are especially grim, but there's a resistance and you're rooting for them so hard. It scares me and I've been having some nightmares about it, but I can't wait to watch more. And there's more to this than meets the eye that really hooks you. There's some Black Mirror shit going on. The Alienist, which I talked a lot about in my stories I ate this year because I loved it. This was supposed to be a limited series, but they're actually doing a second sequel limited series, so it's kind of like a second season. The last honorable mention I had to put on here is Parenthood. I binged this past year. It's not on the air right now, so it couldn't be in the top 10 list. It would have been if it was on the air. There are like 7 seasons. I enjoyed them so thoroughly. All of them. It's about this big family and them dealing with life. The whole series is on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, dude, it's so good. That's it for my honorable mentions section. Bum 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 bum. Y'all ready for the list? Coming in at number 10 is a classic that's been on this list many a time, and that is Survivor. Survivor never gets old. I went through a period where I missed like 6 seasons in between high school and like the middle of college, but since then I've been a loyal week-to-week viewer with no regrets. Survivor, in my opinion, is the best reality show that's ever graced the television. We're on season like 36 or something and it's still going strong. Jessica Jones! Jessica Jones is a newbie to the list because while I thought the first season was great, I didn't personally love it. After season 2, I'm 100% sold, on board. Some people didn't like season 2 as much as season 1. I loved this season. I am so here for Jessica digging into what happened to her family, us learning more about her backstory. Oh my god, it was so excellent. I loved it so much. It is a binge show. Once you start watching it, you really can't stop. I had to cosplay her at Comic-Con this year because I love her so much. Coming in at number 8, Westworld. I know! Westworld was number 2 last year. The first season of Westworld is a perfect masterpiece of perfection. The second season, while it was very good and there were some excellent perfection episodes, it was a little all over the place. It wasn't as crisp as the first season, and you know, that's to be expected. It's hard to live up to perfection. It really is. Season 2 kind of lost the heart of the show. They went crazy with the mystery aspect and left us with very little to root for. Very little to get behind. I have very high hopes for season 3. The way that season 2 ended was like, what? I still have to go back and rewatch the entire thing and analyze it again. Coming in at number 7, we've got another noob. The Netflix series Glow. The first season was good, but it wasn't grand. The second season was grand. I really love watching the arc of Alison Brie's character, and honestly, I find the whole Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling TV show fascinating. That's what Glow stands for, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, if you didn't know. It takes place in the 80s. It's based on the actual Glow TV show. Alison Brie's character is just everything. I love her. I love how optimistic she is and how hardworking, and no matter how life gets her down, she picks herself back up again, and that is really really inspiring. Like, she's been really, really low. You can't keep her down, and that is so admirable, and a huge reason of what makes this show so great. Number 6, Dirk. Gently. I am so sad that this show isn't getting any more seasons. It is so smart and so funny and so weird and so bright and colorful. It's like if you took Sherlock Holmes and twisted it into this slightly magical, quirky box of energy starring Elijah Wood. It's excellent, and both seasons are self-contained. I mean, you can't watch season 2 first, but at the end of season 1, you're super satisfied, and at the end of season 2, you're super satisfied, so definitely watch them, even though there's not going to be any more seasons, because it's excellent. Like, the scripts are phenomenal. The show is streaming on Hulu. Honestly, you'll start watching, and you'll be like, this is so weird. I kind of like it, but it's so weird. And then you watch episode 2, and you're like, this is so weird, but I like it, but I don't see where they're going. And then by the end, you're like, holy shit, a genius wrote this script. Wow, wow, wow. Especially season 2. Number 5, Outlander. Oh my god. Outlander has been on my list before. I think each year a season of Outlander has come out, actually. It's made it onto the list, or at least the honorable mention. Season 3 is by far my favorite season of Outlander thus far. Outlander has always been excellent, but like a sad excellent. It could be a big downer, but season 3 was the uppiest of the seasons. I am so excited for season 4, which is starting in next month. This season was a wild adventurous ride. I've never wanted to binge Outlander because it takes this toll on my soul. The second season took a real toll on my soul. It's worth watching because it's excellent, but it took a real toll on my soul. The first season is like, it evens out, toll on your soul and happy moments. The third season is a wild ride that you can't get off. Sing me a song of the last that is gone, say that that last be I. 4. We're down to the top 4. Crazy is when I go off the rails. This is what I'm in. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Season 3 was excellent. Season 4, the final season, just started. If you don't know, it's a musical comedy. It is highly underwatched. I went to Crazy Ex-Girlfriend live this summer, and it was one of the best decisions of my life. I had so much, I don't remember ever having this much fun at a concert. It was just the best. Now we're in the 4th and final season, and I'm so excited to see the final arc that Rachel Bloom has in store for Rebecca Bunch. There's usually 2 original songs per episode, and it's not like I just listen to them that one time when it airs. I get the soundtracks and listen to that playlist all the time. On our 4-hour road trip to Forks, Natasha and I listened to a solid 2 hours of Crazy Ex music. The top 3! Coming in at number 3 is a heavy one, and that is, The Handmaid's Tale. First season of The Handmaid's Tale was excellent, and the second season was phenomenal. It was a new level of excellence. The first season, you kind of trudge into it because it's such a devastating future that we're witnessing. But the second season, you're there, and you're like, you got this down! You can do this! It is so nerve-wracking going on this journey with June, but it is so good. All those Emmys were well-deserved. Two. Coming in at number 2, we have The Marvelous Miss Maisel, another Amazon original series. This one done by Amy Sherman Palladino, the creator of Gilmore Girls. I love this show so much. There's only 1 season out right now, and it's number 2 on my list. I've been excited about this since it came out, since I knew it was a thing, but not many people I know have watched it. The Emmys just happened, and it won so many Emmys. I was sitting there like the proudest mom. This is an hour show about a woman in 1958 whose husband wants to be a comedian, and she's there right with him. Like, she's really excited about it, and she's helping him write jokes and do all this stuff, but he's kind of shitty at actually being a comedian. And then he leaves her in the first episode. And with him out of the picture, she kind of realizes that this is something that she's passionate about. And this is something that she's good at. Like, she wrote a lot of those jokes. Maybe she can be a comedian. And in the 50s, female comics are basically unheard of. So it's an uphill battle. And this is her journey, trying to just figure out what her life is without her husband, because she's kind of molded herself to be the perfect wife. Now she's not a wife. What is she? What does she care about? What does she want to do in life? And it's so good. And the 50s costumes and clothes and ambiance is amazing. It's so good. The first season's only 8 episodes. I cannot wait for the second season. Finally, number 1. Do you know what it is? This Is Us. My number 1 last year was This Is Us, and this year is no different. This is my favorite show. Season 3 just started, but season 2 aired this year, and oh my, season 2 was just as excellent as season 1. This is a show that makes me cry every episode. It makes me feel so much. Just like Parenthood, it's about a family. This one's a little more unconventional. There's more moving parts happening. It's told in pieces. It's art, the way that we put together the different storylines of different people at different times in their lives. I watched it on Hulu every week after it airs. The writing is so good and so impactful, and it makes you think and it makes you feel, and you relate to your life and you see things through other people's eyes, and there's nothing else to say except to watch it. Those are my top 10 TV shows of 2018. Always looking for new things to watch, so I'd love to know what yours are. My name's Christine. I make videos every Tuesday. I'm at Xtinemay on Twitter and Instagram. I will see you next time. Goodbye!